Howdy y'all and welcome back to the layout. Today we'll be doing a final detail pass of the town at Las Cruces. This is the first part in a few videos where I'll be doing finishing detail passes around the whole layout. We'll be working on minor details and scenes, as well as making sure the trees and figures are all standing upright. Now let's head on over to the layout and get to work. Alright guys, looking at the layout here, I can already say we've got a couple of things to work on. Things like that bush has fallen over. I probably want to add a little bit more foliage back here. Not a ton, just a little bit. Of course, several figures have fallen over. All over the place. There's a lady down over there. Some workers up here. Stuff like that. And unfortunately, although we did this in a previous episode, our crops seem to have had some casualties. So we need to remedy that. As they're the good guys. The good guys need to win. Like I said, it's a lot of picking people back up, making sure everybody's standing. I do want to kind of work on maybe this area a little bit. We've got a couple of these details right here that maybe you need to get taken care of a little bit better. Things like that. Of course, we've got this scene here that I've got some... maybe a little bit of tidying up to do. Of course, all this stuff that's here is part of the scenery, which we'll get into a little bit later. I have a couple of interesting ideas to have done over here, and of course I've got some just like trees and bits lying around here that I was using to work on, as it's a nice flat area and pretty easy to do. No more of that. No. But that's the majority of, I think, what we're going to work towards doing in today's layout update. So let's go ahead and get into it. I think we're going to start with just some basic tidying up, and then we'll kind of focus on some of the individual scenes. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and get a little bit of work done here. Specifically, we're going to get all these people who are standing, or who have fallen over. We're going to apply some more. I've got this hobby tack stuff by Woodland Scenics. This is a rather old bottle, though, but it should still be fine. Some things that I've used this on have still been standing up, so it should be okay. So let's go ahead. All you got to do is you got to apply it to the bottom of the feet. Sorry, my arms are kind of in the way. You just kind of apply it to the bottom of the feet of the figures. And then I'm just going to lay them out on this piece of, I'm going to lay them out on this piece of towel and wait for it. Come on. Wait for it to get sticky. Once it's sticky, you go ahead and slap them down. And then in theory, they'll stay standing. Alright, like I said, with that done, now we just wait around and they will, their feet will get sticky, tacky, and everything. Once that happens, then should be able to put them down in the right spot. But unfortunately, we also had this little bit of a gas tank here that kind of came apart a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and fix this up as well. Okay. That took a little bit more than I was expecting, but hopefully it'll do. Hopefully that'll hold. I'll go ahead and let that dry, let these guys set up, and go on from there. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead. Hopefully this will stay in focus. I'm not really going to pay too much attention. I'm going to be paying a bit more attention to the actual what I'm doing and everything, but hopefully these will actually stay upright to some extent this time. Certainly looks like it's doing a little bit better. I waited a little bit longer before actually doing this, so maybe there's a bit more of a chance of it. Hopefully that'll work and they won't fall over. Alright, moving on right here, we've got a bit of a car there. I think I'm also going to go ahead and put just another car in this parking lot, so there's something else going on. And, oh, who was it? This one. Go ahead and put that figure there. So we've got them two walking into the diner. Alright guys, so we have at the front of the drive-in theater here, we've got a little bit of a like a playground park kind of thing going on, and I wanted to excuse me while I go grab them. I wanted to include a couple of things here. So we've got some kid sliding down the slide. We'll have this kid maybe standing around right there. We've got that one who's maybe a bit older. Talking to the other one, trying to get him on the swings or something, so that maybe you can push him. And then I had another really cool idea. So there's a little gap in the fence. It's a little hard to see from this angle, but there's a little gap in the fence right back there. And what I was thinking was we could have two kids trying to sneak in. Alright, so we can have that one maybe right there. And then move this bush out of the way a little bit. Come on. There we go. This one back there. You guys can't really see that. I'll get a bit of a better angle on that here in a bit. We do have two kids trying to kind of sneak in. I kind of thought that would be funny. The fence was not installed by me, and it was not installed very well. There's a couple of gaps and everything, and that was just one of the worst spots. But I was thinking maybe I can work with that. So I quite like it. It's a good little angle on it and everything. Alright, and over here at this scene, of course, we've got the scene, I think I've mentioned this a few times before, where this is this guy's trailer or whatever, and he's always partying and drinking and all that. And this lady's over here with the shotgun had enough of his crap and is ready to do something about it. And all I did was this guy back here, I added him. So this was the original guy up here, but this one back here, I added. It was in the back of like a pickup truck or something, And I decided I'd put it there. Seemed a bit more fitting. Maybe this guy has some drinking buddies. Alright guys, so we had this scene here initially. We had some workers up here on the roof. We'll go ahead and put those back. I might dust off the roof a second before we do, just so they'll stick a little bit better. But before we did, I thought maybe instead of just this van here, if we moved the van back, maybe we'll give them a second vehicle with this here utility truck. Seemed a bit more like it made some sense. So now we've got the van and the utility truck there. And of course we've got, you can just about make him out right there. This guy coming home after work or whatever. Turning our attention to the roof itself. This is the only guy that wasn't fallen over up here, looking down on the street below. Okay, so what I was thinking for this is that maybe this crew is here to do maintenance on this this sign here, this big billboard. So I think that's what they're going to be up here doing. So we've got this guy, he's bringing some kind of support. Maybe the sign's kind of fallen down a little bit, so he's bringing this big support beam. We've got the other guys maybe doing a little bit of tarring up here, or whatever it is roofing people do. Alright, so there's that. We've now got them installed. Let me zoom in here a little bit for you guys. We've got this guy working on the sign itself. This guy back here doing laying down some roofing material, some kind of tar or something. This guy bringing the support, and this guy kind of goofing off, looking out over the city below. Alright, next we've got this lady here who was not fallen over, but she kind of looked like she was waiting for like a taxi or something. And I happen to have this yellow car here that looks a little bit kind of like a taxi. I'll probably end up replacing it at some point, but maybe she's waving this here, we'll call it a taxi just because it's yellow. It's got some yellow on it. Waving that thing down. Alright guys, that should do it. I may have one or two minor tweaks to do in the future, but I'm rather happy with how this has come out. I did want to mention before I go that I'm making some changes to the channel and will be working to improve video production quality. I'll also be working to post more often. I'm super excited to see y'all enjoying the videos, and with the channel now growing quickly, I've got some big plans in the works. I will ask y'all to subscribe and share the videos with friends to keep this growth rolling. We'll be back next week with another update where we'll add some new features to the valley at Harrisonville. I hope to see y'all there. Later, everyone.